what I like about what I understand of what you're doing with Harkn is, and I, cards on the table, I'm normally very skeptical about IT stuff to do with people and culture, because so often it's used to reinforce the distancing of senior executives from the people in the body of the organization. Like, give me a dashboard so I know how to, drop the nuclear bomb on that person and send a big bag of goodies to that person.
Yep.
And it perpetuates this kind of distancing of the decision making, which tends to get done at the top, from the action taking and the sense making, which tend to get done in the body of the organization. What I really like about what you're doing that's very different is you're picking up signals that there are issues that ought to be brought to conversation and bringing the conversation to the people who've raised the issues. So that what you're doing is you're creating the conditions for people to learn more about the different perspectives each others have. And, for me, you use the word debate, and there's a lot of debate in organisation. There's a lot of discussion in organisation. I think it's quite useful to look at those two words and a third word, which is dialogue, which are all forms of potentially conversation. But debate literally comes from the French débattre, which means to beat down. So you're beating, somebody else wants spaghetti hoops and you want baked beans for tea. So you beat down their argument. Discussion, the cushion piece comes from the same root as percussion and concussion. So basically, this is like you're smashing their argument to pieces.
Yeah.
So debate is beat the other opponent down. Discussion is smash their argument to pieces. But dialogue is dia is a cross, and the logos is the deeper meaning that is seeking to emerge. So the idea of dialogue is people are in a conversation where what they're trying to do is to tease out something that is bigger than the perspectives that they brought into the conversation. So it's actually a generative form of conversation. And I see what you're trying to do with Harkn as being something that uses technology to, in a very simple way, to support the possibility of those conversations. And that's why I've come all the way across the country to be here to have this conversation today.
Thank you for that. And without blowing too much smoke in your direction, we use the word dialogue in here to describe what we do, and part of for the very reason that you educated me on the difference between the words some months ago, and because it makes such a difference. In fact, we even changed a feature recently because we saw that it was anti-dialogue.
Right.
So what it was doing is encouraging people to close conversation and dialogue faster, rather than preventing truth to come out, right? And that's it's a really, really powerful way for us to think about it, and I'm glad you shared that as well.